Infiltrator Systems is a proven leader with over 20 years of experience in the wastewater industry. Quality, reliability, and innovation are the cornerstones to our success. A broad range of septic products allow for faster and more reliable installations. The complete line of Quick 4 chambers, Easy Flow geosynthetic drain field systems, TW series septic tanks, Easy Set riser systems, customer service professionals focused on the septic industry support Infiltrator's products across North America. All of their on-site wastewater needs. A dedicated, experienced team of technical, sales, and customer service professionals focused on the septic industry support Infiltrator's products across North America. Regulations in your area may differ from the codes used in the following installation video. Always check and comply with your state and local regulations. As you begin, start by staking out the site for mound placement. As needed, cut trees flush to the ground, remove surface boulders that can be easily rolled off, and remove vegetation per code requirements. The original soil mound absorption area must be roughened by backhoe teeth, mold board, or chisel plow. The soil must be roughened to a depth of 8 inches. Once the entire area has been prepared, spread a 6-inch base layer of clean sand. Use a crawler or track-type tractor to evenly spread a 1-foot lift of specified fill material over the required area. Check bed elevation to be sure it is level and has the correct depth of clean sand in accordance with the approved system design. Lightly drag a landscape rake over the final infiltrative surface to scarify the top half-inch of the sand. The following section will demonstrate how to install a mound system using the Quick 4 Plus LP chambers. The materials needed include pipe straps, a utility knife, J-hooks, hole saw, drywall screws, tape measure, glue, rake, paving block, Quick 4 Plus chambers, and end caps. There are 2 options for pressure pipe design, top placement or bottom placement. We'll first demonstrate the bottom placement. Mark the distribution pipe in the specified distribution hole locations. It is important to allow pressure laterals to drain after each dose. Drill a hole in the bottom of the pipe at the end of the pressure line. Lay out the pressure laterals parallel to each other on 7-foot centers. While the chambers are still stacked, drill out the pressure pipe openings to allow for plastic pipe strap if you are planning to hang the pressure pipe to the top of the chamber. The following section will demonstrate placing the pressure distribution lateral on the base of the trench. Begin by preparing the end cap. Drill out the appropriate diameter hole at the bottom of the end cap to accommodate the pressure lateral pipe using a hole saw. Install J-hooks on the distribution pipe every 20 feet to stabilize the pipe position. Insert the J-hooks into the sand as shown and glue in place. Place a paving block under the pressure lateral at the location of the weep hole. Insert the pressure lateral into the end cap's drilled opening and slide it toward the manifold pipe. With the pressure lateral pipe through the end cap, Place the inlet end of the first chamber over the back edge of the end cap. Lift and place the next chamber onto the previous one at a 90-degree angle. Line up the chamber end between the connector hook and locking pin at the top of the first chamber. Lower it to the ground to engage the interlocks. Add additional chambers to complete the row. The second method for pressure pipe design is top placement. We'll demonstrate that now. With a hole saw, drill out the appropriate diameter hole to accommodate the pressure lateral pipe in the pre-marked pipe saddle areas on the end cap. With the pressure lateral pipe through the end cap, place the inlet end of the first chamber over the back edge of the end cap. Secure the pressure lateral pipe to the top of the first chamber with a plastic pipe strap at the outlet end of the chamber. It is recommended that heavy gauge polypropylene pipe ties are used. Nylon ties should not be used. Slide the strap up through the slot in the chamber top, down through the other slot, and cinch the two ends around the pipe. Lift and place the next chamber onto the previous one at a 90-degree angle. Line up the chamber end between the connector hook and locking pin at the top of the first chamber. Lower it to the ground to engage the interlocks. Secure the lateral pipe to the top of each successive chamber once in place. If installing multiple rows of chambers, follow these same steps to lay the next row of chambers parallel to the first. Keep a minimum separation distance between each row of chambers as required by regulation.
I mean, that's the way it's been going for us.
The following section will demonstrate 3 potential options for installing an observation port.
So the 3 options for putting in an observation port in the end plate. One is to glue a small nipple of pipe into a coupling, push that down into the end plate, then put your standpipe and cap in above it. And then put screws in this to stay.
Right.
Ready?
Yep.
Is their own. Which I love those pants. I got some lace pair. I've had these pants for 2 years, and it's getting so I can't really wear them out public anymore. The next option is to use a bell from the end of your pipe. Just leave 2 to 4 inches. You can slide that into your hole that's drilled the same diameter as the pipe. Schedule 40, it's schedule 35, it's 4 1/4. Schedule 40, it's 4 1/2. Slide that in. Again, bring your standpipe in. The other option is to drill a smaller hole here, 4 inches, and then use your standpipe alone and just set it on there and use screws to stabilize it. The other option would be to slide these down with holes drilled so that you can check liquid depth in the system as it matures.
For drain-filled maintenance and flushing of the pressure lateral, glue a single 90-degree elbow or 2 45-degree elbows onto the pressure lateral pipe facing up toward the ground surface. The flushing assembly should be topped off with a threaded pipe cap. Prior to backfill, ladle clean sand between the chamber rows to the top of the sidewall louver to prevent chamber movement before final backfill. Place a valve box or irrigation box over the flushing pipe assembly. Normally, this is the appropriate point of the installation for the regulatory or engineer inspection. To safely cover the system, build up a 2-foot-high berm of material around the perimeter of the sand mound and directly against the outer rows of chambers for stabilization. Push the berm material between and over the chamber rows with a tracked vehicle from the upslope side. Keep a minimum 12 inches of densified cover over the system. Firm the soil between the chamber rows by walking it in. Note, no wheeled machinery should be on chambers in a mound installation. Tracked vehicles may be used. Complete the system by gluing the manifolds and flushing assembly pipes in place. Once the system is covered, the site shall be seeded or sodded to prevent erosion.